My name is Linda Gil. I'm a professional illustrator since 30 years, and today I'm going to take you to Scottsboro to see how I did a visual resume. What is a visual resume? Well, if you have a conference, a lecture, anything, meeting, whatever, you would invite me. I would appear with paper and pen and listen in on your lecture. It goes like this. You talk and I get pictures which I draw very quickly, not as quickly as here, but I still do it very quickly. And so I'm taking visual notes of what's being said. This means that your participants have something to look at later, you have an artwork, and you can eventually print it as a resume if you like. You can take photos of it and print it for the participants so they remember and so they remember better what was said. Here I have two roles, which in this commission I'm gonna color on location. And as you can see, I had a beautiful view while working. Now this is the first part, the first section, about 1 meter 20 or something, which has been colored, and in this case I color with watercolor. And as you can see, it's quite jolly to look at. Anything that is being said I will be inspired by. If it's a good speaker, even if it's a not so good speaker, I also get pictures. And it has to be a really bad speaker if I don't get anything to draw. In this case, I ended up drawing during 1 hour's lecture on questions, how to ask questions. That was the theme. And during this 1 hour, I was creating 3 meters of resume, or what is basically called, known in English at least, as a tapestry, which one would use in the old days as painted piece, where you could see basically a war depicted on a tapestry, like a long continuous drawing. And that's basically what I'm doing. I call it visual resumes, and but basically it's a historical thing. One used to do this before one had any photographs to take or whatever. One would simply draw it, and as you can see, it's a lot more amusing to see afterwards for participants who were actually on the scene and listened in. Sometimes they get a surprise as to what did I actually hear, what did I actually see, what did I actually put down. And here there was a lot of ideas, for example, about brains doing the thinking, so I went along with that, and I have now sorted the brains and sorted the think, for example. And this is going to be another concept which I took notes of, because sometimes a speaker is so good that I drown in pictures and I don't have time to draw all while I'm at the scene, so I will usually add a bit of my own afterwards. So even if the audience has followed my drawings during a lecture or conference, they will get surprises as well after, when they see the finished work. And as you can see, there's a lot about questioning, there's a lot about asking in all sorts of ways, and eventually we want to have an aha experience. We want to say aha. Now here you can see the last two that you saw me draw in line drawings first, the two extra concepts that I was collecting. You see them here finished, and here you see my indication of having done 3 meters of drawing here. And that's, as I said, during 1 hour. I have also done earlier 9 meters during 1 hour. That was a bit too much, even for me. Also to color afterwards, it gets a little bit too much. Here you can see the entire tapestry or visual resume from that lecture. And there's plenty to look at for the participants who are here, in this case, seeing the job the day after. They're not going to see it right afterwards. So if you think your resumes are maybe being ignored by your participants, or they're a little bit too boring, I definitely urge you to use this method, because it's very jolly and it can be used in several ways afterwards for the client. So I invite you to invite me to book me for a session, and we can decide how deep we go. Depends how is your budget, but please do ask me, and I will attend to your request so that your participants can say, aha, this was what we heard. I look forward to your booking, and you can book me via my homepage, which is coming up right here. Thank you for watching.